It says on this plaque, we honor your dedication and the valuable role you have played in the hospital's commitment to global health through your extensive work and how environmental factors contribute to health disparities in vulnerable populations and your training programs which enhance the careers of young scientists and physicians, particularly those underrepresented in science and medicine.
Thank you. It was lovely, and the flowers that you sent to my office yesterday were a very big surprise. I thought I had forgotten my wedding anniversary. Thank you for that. It was very, very wonderful surprise. In 1991, I walked through the door of Mount Sinai School of Medicine as a new postdoctoral fellow in neurobiology. And I didn't know what I was getting into, but I also didn't know that I would be standing here 27 years later as a tenured professor of environmental medicine and chief of the Division of International Health. I stand here for my family in Puerto Rico, especially my uncle, who had a dream of becoming a scientist himself, but didn't have the opportunity that I did. He used to do little experiments with us kids that may explain some of the things in the family, but then he also gave me the dream of becoming a scientist myself. And I also stand here with my students. Some of them are here, who I mentor, but I have that privilege to mentor them, but also they teach me so much. One example of one of the students that have taught me and really changed my career was Leon Tolton. He was an African American student who came to work in my lab when I was working in neurobiology. And he said to me one day, you know, what the people in East Harlem really want to know about, why so many people have asthma. And I was like, I'm a neurobiologist, I'm all about the brain. I know nothing from the neck down. Out of my reach. But he was really not so great in the lab. He wasn't good at pipetting and all the things in the lab, and I needed to find him a project. So I said, okay, let's look at this asthma thing. We got a hold of these databases that then came in these CD-ROM stacks of hospitalizations in New York. And we found that indeed the community leaders were right. Asthma hospitalizations in East Harlem were 5 times higher than the average for New York City. Then with another student who joined me in the lab, Jeanette Stigoni, who is now a faculty member, we created maps of asthma hospitalizations throughout New York and found that asthma hospitalizations where the map looked the same as low income and they looked the same as minority communities. So I learned a lot from that. We took those maps and went to City Hall, we went to community-based organizations in the Bronx and in Brooklyn and in Harlem, and then the New York Times published our maps on the front cover. And that changed my career completely. So I learned a lot of things from that. I learned to listen to my students and to the community. They know really what's going on beyond our walls. I learned that the issue of environmental health disparities is a global issue. And so I started a training program in environmental health in Mexico and Brazil and Chile and a couple of other countries, and trained 52 environmental health experts in those countries. Those same fellows in those countries are going to be hosting the 10 students that you see in this room today. In less than a week, they leave to work with those mentors in those countries abroad. So thank you for this award. It's really nice, and thank you for this really great kind of full circle moment that I really enjoy. Thank you very much.